Welcome back everyone to Astian's Let's Play of The Cat Lady on Eltari's YouTube channel. Where we last left off, we tried to escape the dying ward, or the suicide watch ward, by swapping our name tag with another patient that we looked similar to. Unfortunately it didn't work because this psychologist found us before we left and has now forced us into a psychometric assessment, I guess is the best term to use for this. And we've been going through some questions with Susan answering how she feels at this point in time. The most recent question being, does she think about suicide often? So we need to think about what we want to say here. So no, of course not. I don't know what got into me. Well, I used to think about it sometimes. Yes, I think about it often. Let's say I used to.
I used to think about it sometimes.
Everyone gets there at some point.
Don't you think about it when you're really down?
Susan, I'm a psychiatrist. My job is to talk people out of it. Would you ask a fireman if he ever thinks about setting fire to his house?
That's different.
I suppose not. But I'm sure lots of people have times when they do think about it.
I couldn't say, Susan. The statistics show that men are 3 times more likely than women to commit suicide.
Really?
That puts you in the minority. But of course, that's missing the point.
I wonder if that's true.
Suicide is never the solution. There's always a way of solving whatever problem you might have.
Exactly.
I realize that now.
Please, in your own words, try to explain to me, why did you really try to take your own life, Susan?
It was just a sudden impulse. I'm ashamed. Nothing was making me happy anymore. I wanted to show everyone how hurt I was deep inside, I guess. Let's try that one.
I wanted to show everyone how hurt I was deep inside.
Attention.
Who did you want to know?
I'm not even sure now. People, I guess. Everyone. Myself. I don't really know. Please, ask me about something else.
Do you feel as if you're a burden? Or that life isn't worth living?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. When I feel really low, I used to think everyone would be happier without me. But I guess people don't really care. Besides, I live alone. Who could I be a burden to?
What makes you feel better?
I think we sometimes put our own perceptions of other people's opinions on ourselves. So we're thinking that people feel or think a certain way toward us, but it's not necessarily true, or it isn't true. It's just we perceive things incorrectly, and due to that, it makes us feel like, you know, that's how these situations come about, I guess, really. We feel like we're a burden to society or whatever. If you're in that situation or state of mind, you feel like you're a burden on society when in fact people don't really care, or the people that do care would actually really be upset if you took your own life. So I guess this game is really interesting. I don't think I've ever played a game before where it opens with someone having committed suicide and actually living. Who do we live for? Or what makes us happy, sorry. Let's see. Music.
Music. I play the piano when I'm feeling down. It's also a signal for the local cats that the food's there, ready for them. That's when they come over. When they hear the piano.
Oh.
What makes you feel worse?
People, I hate it when it rains. Snow, I love the rain actually. Noise, yeah, noise upsets me. Loneliness, it's hard to say.
Noise. Too much noise really upsets me.
That's true for me.
I can hear
too.
everything through the thin walls of my flat. I have this neighbour. He often parties late into the night. It drives me crazy.
Like Britney Spears?
Have you imagined your funeral and how people will react to your death?
Who doesn't? Okay.
I imagined it often. I hoped people would feel guilty.
Wow, that's horrible.
But then again, probably no one would come. Mine would be one of those graves covered in weeds and dirt, stuck in the far corner of the cemetery where nobody ever goes. And sad old Susan Ashworth would get forgotten quicker than yesterday's rain. Now, when I think about it, I know that really isn't what I want.
Finally, I'd like you to tell me about Eric.
Who's Eric?
Eric?
Yes, your husband. I believe this
She has
might
a
be
husband?
important. What can you tell me about your relationship? What had happened between you two?
One thing I'll just quickly mention before we answer this question about Eric is that with the previous question where Susan answered that she sometimes she wondered if people would feel guilty that she had committed suicide and that no one would turn up to her funeral. I don't think that's really true. I think people underestimate the generosity of humans in general. My mother, for instance, when she passed away, me and my sister were quite overwhelmed by the number of people that showed up to a funeral service. Like all her colleagues, people she'd cared for, because she wasn't exactly a nurse, but she cared for the elderly, whatever that official title is. All her friends, family, like that she hadn't seen in years, like so many people turned up. So, I mean, it's funny to think that you might not have all these people that love you, but in fact they do. It's just like time and circumstances just get in the way, which prevents you from seeing each other all the time. So no matter what, whenever you're feeling really down, there's always someone in the world that loves you or thinks about you and will miss you if you do commit suicide. So I'd really recommend against taking that action. Now let's answer about Eric. Don't want to talk about it, nothing to do with him, there's nothing to talk about, it's getting late. Okay,
It's getting late? Can we talk about it some other time?
We're talking about it at night. I thought he said first thing in the morning we were going to do this.
I suppose you've opened enough for one day. Okay, one more question. This is just a formality, but I have to ask.
No, I'm
Are
not
you
going
going to do it again?
No.
That's a hard one. I don't know. But hey, I've got it. The answer is no, I'm not. Thank you very much.
Excellent. We're nearly done here.
Nearly.
There's just one more thing I must clear with you. What exactly happened last night?
What do you mean?
Well, after I'd met you outside the ward yesterday, I went back to my room and fell asleep. I slept really well, considering what happened earlier. But then someone woke me up. It was the same nurse who was so friendly with me the first night. She said we needed to talk.
Oh. I don't even remember her name.
We must go, Susan.
So bad.
You are not safe here.
What?
But
I tried to
Please,
get out already.
you must follow me. Quickly.
Wow, this is an interesting mechanic. Like you have
I went
like
after
a dream
her.
bubble.
The ward seemed very quiet. It must have been late at night.
Hurry.
Wait for me. Tell me what's going on here.
Liz, that's her name. Come back, Liz. What are you doing? Should I trust you? Like the Queen of Maggots told me that people would try to hurt me.
The security guys were gone. She pointed at the corridor and said,
You go first. I'll explain everything in a minute.
Should I trust her? Can I talk to her? No.
Susan, if we don't escape now, they're going to hurt you.
Why does she have different coloured text
Please
again?
trust me. I know a way out of here. I'll help you escape.
It used to be
Let's
purple.
go down this corridor. I'll be right behind you.
To stab me in the back? Dime Ward sounds like such a silly name for a ward.
I think I can hear someone coming.
It's just Liz.
Damn it! We can't go through there. Let's turn back, Susan. I know another way.
What is she trying to do?
Turn left here. We can use the maintenance lift to get us out of this place.
Why would a nurse conspire to get a patient out of the hospital? Caution in the event of a fire, don't use this lift. Employees only. Call lift. I don't like where this is going. I'm not sure what's going on again. Why are we on the roof? I don't get it. What? But there's nowhere to go. We're stuck. I don't get it.
What are we doing on the roof? Liz. What the hell are you doing?
Oh my god.
Why is there blood on your clothes?
Where did the blood come from?
Liz.
It's quicker than the stairs. And besides, all the doors are locked anyway. This is the only way out of here. The only escape.
No.
Let's both jump. It won't hurt, you'll see.
A nurse trying to convince a patient to jump off the roof?
This is a bad idea. Calm down and we'll talk.
Yeah, Liz, don't do that.
I've made up my mind. I need to end this suffering now. Besides, I have no one to live for anyway.
Yes, you do.
No one ever listened to me. No one ever cared.
Oh my god.
I listened. You're a nice girl. You have your whole life ahead of you.
You listened. Did you really?
I did.
Of course I did. You talk a lot, but I've always been a good listener. I liked talking to you.
So do you remember that story then? The one I told you the other night? The one
Yes.
about the woman in A&E?
Yes, she lit herself on fire.
Yeah. She smoked a cigarette and burned in bed.
Okay. You have listened. Maybe you're right. Or maybe it was just a blind guess.
I did listen.
But I must jump anyway.
No.
I have no choice.
Wait! Please stop and think for a second.
Did you not hear what I said? I have no choice.
You always have a choice.
Yes, you do! You can choose to come back inside with me, and we'll just forget this like it never happened, okay?
Do you remember that other thing I told you? I'm sure I told you about my flatmates. Did I tell you what one of them does for a living?
She's a hooker?
I bet you don't remember that.
A stripper?
She's a stripper.
Yes. Or at least that's what I think she is. You've listened. I just wish other people did.
Of course I did.
I'm sure they do. It can't be that bad.
What do you know? Why do you care anyway?
Because...
Don't want you to make the same mistake I did.
Exactly.
I thought you of all people knew how it feels. When you're trapped, and you can't trust anyone.
Don't put
Look,
this on me.
I'm sure there must be someone who cares about you.
My colleagues don't care, my family don't care, even my fucking boyfriend never cared.
Oh my god,
He
Liz.
said he needed to go find himself. Did I tell you when he broke up with me?
Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day.
Yes. Valentine's Day. You and I could have been good friends, you know.
We
You
can.
really listened to everything I said after all. I'll be back. When you need help, I'll be there, Susan.
What?
But right now, it's time for me to let go.
No!
No!
Oh no! What are you doing? Oh my god. Why did she do that? That is horrible. That would be really bad publicity for the hospital too. One of its own nurses committing suicide. We should probably get off the roof or they'll think that we pushed her off. Come on. It's really sad
After
though.
that, I went back. I tried telling people about Liz, but they all thought I was crazy again and didn't believe me.
And you were absolutely sure you saw Liz jump off this building?
Yes.
You know, it doesn't matter. I just want to finish this and get some fresh air.
Yeah, this is starting to get
Susan,
stifling.
I know Liz well. She wouldn't do something like that. As a matter of fact, I saw her this morning. She's fine.
You're lying.
I'd like you to come with me and see her. Say hi. Make sure she's alright.
Stop treating me like I'm crazy. Fine, I'll go. I don't even care that much anyway.
What? Why is the door locked?
The door is locked?
I plan ahead, Susan. I had a feeling in my gut, and my gut's never wrong.
I'm not going to commit
I
suicide.
feel like I really got to know you, though. I'm very sorry you've had such a difficult life.
What are you doing?
I like your green eyes and your sleek cheekbones.
What?
You're a clever girl, Susan, but the sadness has poisoned you for too long. There is no coming back from it.
What? You just told me that I would be
For what it's
fine.
worth, I would have let you go if it wasn't for Liz.
What have you done to Liz? What? What the fuck? What? Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you doing? Oh my god. I'm just speechless. Psychologists don't do that.
Where am I?
What the fuck? Why is there a crow here? Where am I? Forward. I wonder what it does. I don't get it. What was I supposed to do? But I just pulled the cord. It didn't do anything. Oh my god. That scared me.
Nasty Dr. X.
Who are you?
I am the Crow, of course. I will get you out of here. Unless Susan wants to stay.
So Dr. X did something to
There are
Liz.
2 doors leading out of this place.
That's why she wanted to
One
kill
of them
herself.
will simply take Susan back to where she belongs. But behind the other one, there is a great reward for her.
How do I know which one to choose?
It's something she always wanted. Something she longs for every single day.
Where
But-
are those doors? I can't see them.
Just walk back to the right side of the stage. Ideally, the Susan can't miss them.
I don't... Oh, okay. What the fuck?
Does Susan like my girls? I knew she would.
What are they?
Whatever they are, tell them to stop staring.
But they are here to guide Susan. They are the guardians of the doors. They know which door she should enter to get her rewards. But there is one problem.
There's
Which
always
is?
a problem. I'm not even surprised. Which door should I go through?
I will leave that to Susan's own best judgment. But this might be her only chance to find what she had lost. Waste it. And Susan will never get it back. Susan has one question. And she can only ask one of them. She must use it wisely.
Fine, I can do that. But what's the catch?
Oh my god.
It's very simple. One of my girls always tells the truth, while the other one always lies.
Okay, so that one always lies and that one always tells
And
the
I'm
truth.
guessing you can't tell me which is which.
Oh no.
It's something I've forgotten myself a long time ago, Susan. But does it really matter? One question is all Susan needs to find the right door.
Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here on this cliffhanger because Dr. X just killed us and we're about to find out if we can get back to life and see what we can do from here. I guess Dr. X was one of those people that the Queen of Maggots was telling us about. But anyway, I'm going to leave the suspense, leave some suspense here and end this episode. So this has been Astin on Eltira's YouTube channel. Take you on a Let's Play of the Cat Lady. When we return, we will try and figure out this riddle. If you enjoyed this episode, as always, feel free to like, subscribe, favourite and or share, as it helps me out immensely. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time. Cheers!